Today I want to show you the accessories that I use every single time when I'm shooting my YouTube videos. These are things that don't show up on screen, but they help make the process of filming and editing these videos a little bit easier. First up is this production slate from Elvid. Since I record my audio independently from my camera, clapping this slate before every take gives me a visual reference in the video file itself and also on the audio waveform. This makes syncing audio in post a piece of cake. I also gaff tape this grey card on the front of the slate to ensure that I can always get the right white balance for my video clips. And speaking of gaff tape, this roll of Gaffer's tape that I have is probably the most versatile accessory on this list. This tape is easy to tear and it sticks on a lot of surfaces without leaving any sticky residue behind. I use it primarily to mark things on the ground or on the wall. Not to mention, this is also useful to tape over the branding on my camera equipment. While I can't use Gaffer's tape to tape down any dangling cables or wires from my lighting or audio equipment, it makes more sense to use these Bongo ties instead. These glorified rubber bands work similar to zip ties or Velcro strips, and I use it to make sure that all my cables are tidy either when I'm filming or when I'm storing my gear. And if either the gaff tape or Bongo ties don't work, these spring clamps are here to rescue. These clamps are pretty heavy duty and I commonly use them to properly secure reflectors and sound blankets to stands or poles. Next up is the Manfrotto 200PL quick release plate. I use this to quickly and securely mount my cameras and audio recorders to stands or tripods. I have a couple of these lying around. One thing I really like about this quick release system is that it's fast and secure. But more importantly, I can easily engage and quickly release the adapter with just one hand. I used to use the Swiss system, but I left it in favor for this Manfrotto system because I felt that the Swiss system was slow and tedious as it required me to twist the knobs to actually release the camera from the adapter. Speaking of mounting things on tripod, this tri-wheel leveling base is one accessory that I wished I bought earlier or I wish I found out earlier about. Since I'm using a photography tripod, there isn't an easy way to level the center column other than adjusting the leg sections up or down until my camera's level gauge turns green. This leveling base sits between my tripod and my video head and allows me to adjust the levels plus or minus 5 degrees on each corner. Another accessory that I heavily rely on is this Smallrig folding tool set. This has 7 different tools in one and it covers 99% of the screws and bolts that are on my lighting and audio equipment that I need to take out or screw back in. Alongside this tool, I also have a bag of screws and adapters that come in handy from time to time. For the remaining 1% of screws and bolts that I need to maneuver, this pair of Robo grip pliers will cover those niche scenarios. One thing I find myself constantly using these pliers for is to properly tighten accessories onto my camera's hot shoe mount. Most of those accessories can't be easily tightened with my fingers alone, and these Robo grip pliers give me the peace of mind that my gear is properly secured on top of my camera. Last but certainly not least is this ColorChecker passport video from X-Rite. This passport-shaped booklet makes my life a little easier when it comes to setting the right exposure and colors. I flash the color chips before every take, and that makes matching the look between my A-roll and B-roll a little bit more deterministic. In the past, I would just eyeball the colors and exposure, but ever since I messed up the exposure and skin tones in my CS EVIC 2020 series of videos, I realized the importance of capturing a reference color chart when shooting something. But capturing color isn't the only way I use this ColorChecker passport video. On one side of this ColorChecker, there's a focus chart where I sometimes clamp onto a stand and use it to set the focus for something, since the autofocus of my Panasonic G9 is a little finicky at times. And there you have it. These are the 9 accessories that I use while shooting all of my YouTube videos on this channel. If there's an accessory that you love, tell me about it down in the comments section below and I'm excited to hear about them. Thanks for watching and I hope to see you very soon in the next video.